I think expectations are relatively low for this earnings season because of what's happening in Europe, what's happening in China. So I think we're okay, and I think it will continue to drive the market. However, the volatility is here to stay. The other major issue that overshadows earnings in the near term, because you won't be in the heart of the season, is what Mario Draghi does on the 22nd. So that's the most important event that we're going to see. Oil, which Dan will talk about, I think that's sort of already in the framework that people say, you know what, it is supply-demand, but it's a lot more supply than demand. That's the issue. So I still like the market, but I think you have to be a lot more careful where you go at this point.
Joe? Well, if you think about falling oil prices, so obviously that's good for the consumer, and consumption is lifted by lower Treasury yields. But more importantly, profit margins will expand because the input costs will not be as expensive. I think the orientation that you need to have on these upcoming earnings is who has the domestic focus. What sectors are specific to U.S. revenue derivation? That takes you to healthcare, that takes you to consumer discretionary, and that takes you to financials.
I think it's overdone, but I wouldn't rush to jump in because no matter how that thing closes, you're going to have a red candle that sticks out like a sore thumb. You're going to have a lot of guys that are momentum traders that aren't going to want anything to do with it. And you can't say it's so dirt cheap that the value guys are going to race in. I like the ITB. I like the sector better broadly. I also like names like Home Depot and Lowe's, probably better than companies building low-end homes. But I don't think KB should be slaughtered to this degree for a couple of quarters of margins that maybe aren't what people expect.